Hello everyone, welcome back to Simplified Studies. In today's module, we are going to study about direct and indirect speech. Well, there are two ways of relating what a person has said. The first one is direct speech and the second one is indirect speech or reported speech. Let us first understand the direct speech. In direct speech, we use inverted commas to mark the exact words of the speaker. And a comma or a colon is placed immediately before the remark or speech. Whereas in indirect speech or reported speech, we give the exact meaning of a remark or a speech without necessarily using speaker's words. For better clarity, let's take an example. As you know, in direct speech, we quote the actual words of the speaker. Here's a direct speech. The sentence says, Mihir said, I am ill now. Now, let's convert it into indirect speech. The sentence will become, Mihir said that he was ill then. See, in the example, Mihir said is the reporting verb, and I am ill now are the actual words of the speaker. In changing the direct speech into indirect speech, certain changes are made, like the conjunction that is used before the indirect statement. Then the pronoun I is changed to he, and the verb am is changed to was, and the adverb now is changed to then. Now, let us see few rules for changing direct speech into indirect speech. Rule number 1. If the reporting verb is in the present tense or future tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech is not changed. Means when the reporting verb is in the present tense says or future tense will say, the tense of the verb inside the quote does not change in indirect speech. Let us understand this with an example. The first example under direct speech says, he says, I am ill. So, in indirect speech, it will become, he says that he is ill. One more example under direct speech. He says, I was ill. This will become in indirect speech, he says that he was ill. Next example is of future tense under direct speech, and it is, he will say, I was ill. So it will become, he will say that he was ill in indirect speech. I hope it is clear because of the examples. Rule number 2. If the reporting verb is in the past tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech is changed into one of the forms of the past tense. In short, we should change the verb as per the given norms. For example, shall will change into should, will change into would, may will change into might, can will change into could, come will change into came, is coming will change into was coming, has come will change into had come, has been coming will change into had been coming. Now, let us understand how to change sentences given in direct speech to indirect speech. Here's a sentence which we are going to change from present simple to past simple. The sentence in direct speech is, I play tennis every evening. He said. So in indirect speech, it will become, he said that he played tennis every evening. Next, we will change present continuous to past continuous. The sentence in direct speech is, I am playing tennis, he said. In indirect, it will become, he said that he was playing tennis. Now, let us see examples of present perfect and simple past into past perfect. In direct speech, the sentence is, I have played tennis for 2 years, he said. In indirect, it will become, he said that he had played tennis for 2 years. Next sentence under direct speech, the sentence is, I went to school yesterday, he said. In indirect, it will become, he said that he had gone to school the previous day. See, when the reporting verb is in the past tense, example said, all the verbs inside the quote will change to their corresponding past tense or past perfect tense in indirect speech. For better clarity, let's see few examples. Next example is of present perfect continuous into past perfect continuous. In direct speech, the sentence is, I have been playing tennis for 2 years, he said. In indirect speech, it will become, he said that he had been playing tennis for 2 years. Next sentence is of future tense changing into conditional. Under direct speech, the sentence is, I shall play tennis next year, he said. In indirect speech, it will become, he said that he would play tennis the following year. Now, let us see future perfect into conditional perfect. Under direct speech, the sentence is, I shall have played tennis for 2 years next May, he said. In indirect speech, it will become, he said that he would have played tennis for 2 years the following May. But please note, if the reported speech expresses some universal truth or habitual fact, the tense of the verb in the reported speech is not changed into the corresponding past tense form. For example, under direct speech, the sentence is, he said, ice melts when it is heated. So, in indirect speech, it will become, he said that ice melts when it is heated. And when the reporting verb say takes an indirect object, it is changed into tell in the indirect speech. For example, under direct speech, the sentence is, we shall go on a holiday, he said to me. Here, after he said, it is also added to me. So, in indirect speech, it will change into, he told me they would go on a holiday. Now, rule number 3. Pronouns and possessive adjectives of the first and second person in direct speech are changed into third person in indirect speech. For example, I, you singular will become he, she. My, your singular will become his or her. We, you plural will become they. Our, your plural will become their. For example, under direct speech, the sentence is, Jasmine said, I have been cheated. In indirect speech, it will become, Jasmine said that she had been cheated. Let us take one more example. The sentence in direct speech is, the teacher said to the boys, you should do your work regularly. Now, let's change it into indirect speech. The sentence will become, the teacher told the boys that they should do their work regularly. But please note, the nouns or pronouns in vocative case means direct address are turned into objects in the indirect speech. Here, the sentence in direct speech is, the nurse said, Renu, you should take your medicine. Here, it is clear that the nurse is talking to, calling out. To whom? To Renu. So, it becomes, the nurse in indirect speech, it will become, the nurse told Renu that she should take her medicine. And if the pronoun he or she stands for different persons, then the names of the person referred to are inserted in the bracket after the pronouns. Besides, nouns could be used instead of pronouns wherever possible. For example, under direct speech, the sentence is Ritika said to Nisha, I like your dress. It will become, in indirect speech, it will become Ritika told Nisha that she liked her dress. But you can also insert the noun. For example, Ritika told Nisha that she, in bracket you can write Ritika, liked her. Her here is Nisha, Nisha's dress. Rule number 4. In the reported speech, the words expressing nearness of time or place are changed into words showing distance. For example, now becomes then, this becomes that, here becomes there, these becomes those, thus becomes so, ago becomes before, come becomes go, today becomes that day, yesterday becomes the previous day. Tonight will become that night. Last night will become the previous night. Tomorrow will become the next day. Now, let us take few examples to understand this. Under direct speech, the sentence is the manager said, I am very busy now. In indirect speech, the sentence will become the manager said that he was very busy then. Next sentence under direct speech. She said it may rain tonight. In indirect speech, it will become she said it might rain that night. But please note if this, here, now, etc. refer to some object, place, or time that the speaker points while making the speech, then no change of adjective or adverb is made in the reported speech. For example, the sentence is Ishan said, here is the book I have been looking for. So let's change it into indirect speech. The sentence will become Ishan said that here was the book he had been looking for. Now, let's take assertive sentences or statements. Assertive sentences in indirect speech are usually introduced by the conjunction that. For example, he said to Ravi, you are a brave boy. Now let's change it into indirect speech. It will become, he told Ravi that he was a brave boy. Next, we have interrogative sentences. When you report questions, you use the same word order as in the statements. For example, what is your name? Mr. Smith asked the boy. In indirect speech, it will become, Mr. Smith asked the boy what his name was. If the answer to the question is going to be yes or no, you use whether or if. For example, he asked them, have you seen this man? In indirect speech, the sentence will become, he asked them whether they had seen that man, or he asked them if they had seen that man. The person to whom the question is asked becomes the indirect object. You can address a person only in direct speech. For example, why did you spoil it, Reena? Asked Meenakshi. In indirect speech, it will become Meenakshi asked Reena why she had spoiled it. In positive indirect questions, do and did of interrogative disappears when you use the same form of verbs that you use in the statements. For example, did you eat spicy food, John? Said Jenny. In indirect speech, it will become Jenny asked John whether he ate spicy food. In negative indirect questions, you use do and did because you use them in negative sentences. For example, don't you like to play cricket? Amar asked Ravi. In indirect speech, it will become Ravi asked Amar if he did not like to play cricket. You must indicate that a question was asked by using the verb asked, wanted to know, inquired, etc. For example, When does the school reopen for the next session? Said Samaira. In indirect speech, it will become Samaira inquired when the school reopened for the next session. Next sentence is What are you doing, Krishna? Said Jian. In indirect speech, it will become Jian asked Krishna what he was doing. Next, we have imperative sentences. In reporting an imperative sentence, the reporting verb say or tell is changed into a verb expressing a command, advice, or request. The imperative mood is changed into infinitive. Word that is commonly not used. If it is used, then instead of to should be placed before the imperative. The rules for the change of pronouns must be observed. For example, she said to me, "Please give me your book." In indirect speech, it will become, she requested me to give her my book. Next sentence is, John said to his servant, "Go out at once." In indirect speech, it will become, John ordered his servant to go out at once. Please note, when let in direct speech expresses a proposal or a suggestion, we may use should and change the reporting verb to propose or suggest. For example, he said to me, "Let us have some tea." In indirect speech, you can write, he proposed or suggested to me that we should have some tea. But when let doesn't express a proposal, it should be changed into might or might be allowed or into some other verbs according to the sense. For example, he said, "Let me have some water." In indirect speech, it will become, he wished that he might have some water. Next, we have exclamatory sentences. When the contents of an exclamatory sentence are reported, the reporting verb say or tell is changed into exclaim, cry out, wish, pray, confess, etc. The exclamatory form is changed into statement form and the mark of the exclamation is replaced by a full stop. All interjections, nominatives of address are omitted or sometimes put as the object of the reporting verb, but the force of interjection is kept by suitable adverbs or other expressive words as indicated below. Hurrah or ha is expressed as joy. Hash is expressed as attention. Alas is expressed as grief. What or oh expresses surprise. Bravo or your expresses approval. Few expresses worthless or rejection. For example, she said, "Alas, he is dead." In indirect speech, it will be, she cried out with sorrow that he was dead. Next sentence is, "Hurrah, we have won the match," shouted the cricket team. In indirect speech, it will become, the cricket teams shouted with joy that they had won the match. Next sentence says, the soldiers said, "Cursed on the traitor." In indirect speech, it will become, the soldiers bitterly cursed the traitor. That's all I have for you today. Please do play the quiz. The link of the same is given in the description box. And do like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates. Thank you.